Today's video is about 4 fragrances that I've recently been testing. So I don't own bottles of any of these, and I've only done a review of one. So these are all from samples or decants that I have, that through testing I've discovered that these are absolutely amazing performers in terms of longevity, some in terms of projection, sillage, and I just wanted to highlight these perfumes because I find usually is that perfumes I really don't like tend to have these qualities, and I have to scrub them off, and for some reason, to my nose, if something smells bad, it also tends to stick around a lot on my skin, or I can smell it in the room where it's been sprayed. But thankfully, these 4 fragrances also smell really good. So I thought I'd highlight them here. I'm not going to review them or describe too much about what they smell like. I want to talk about really my experience with their actual performance. So the first one I'm going to mention is one that I do have a review for. This is Guerlain's Ensemble Mythique, and they've each got different characteristics. So this one here, when you first spray it on, is very deceptive fragrance, because on me, my experience is I spray it on and I can smell it and it smells great and everything, but I get the feeling that it's not going to last too long, and then maybe I'll sit with it half an hour later, I'm not really noticing it, and I might make a sudden movement, and all of a sudden I've got wafts of that perfume again. And this will go on for me a good 10 to 12 hours all day. So it's a strange one, because there will be times during the day, during your wear, that you'll think it's gone, but it comes back in full force. And I'm not talking about, sniffing my arm really closely. It's just like wherever you sprayed it, if you're still, it might fade away, and this one reacts with movement. It really comes back to life with movement, and I really, that's actually part of the magic of that perfume for me, the way it behaves when it's on the skin. So that's Ensemble Mythique by Guerlain. The next one I'm going to talk about, this one here again is a little bit of a different experience. This one is Fumerie Turque by Serge Lutens. This is a sample that I have from a bell jar, I believe, but it has come in the different packaging, and I'm not sure about reformulations or whatnot. But when this is on my skin, it's not weak, but it doesn't feel strong at all on my skin. I can smell it fine most of the day. Where this one shines, though, is when it gets on your clothes, because I've sprayed it on and put a jacket on that I'll wear on multiple days, and it just has stuck to this jacket for well over a week at times. Every time I go to put it on, I can smell this particular perfume, and it's actually really lovely. One of my favorite sweet tobacco-based perfumes. It's Fumerie Turque by Serge Lutens. The third one is from Joboy. This is Psychédélique. I'm trying to pronounce it in the French way, but I'm sure it's butchered. It's patchouli-based perfume. There is a amber base as well, so it's a kind of a sweet patchouli. This one here, there's nothing in terms of its performance. It really just is one of those, I'm going to form a cloud over your body and I'm going to follow you all day, which in this case is good, because I like those type of perfumes as long as they're not choking a room out. And I find with this particular perfume, it stays close to me. And I've tried to test this with people in the house, and they need to get like reasonably close to me to smell it. But the good thing is it stays within, you know, a foot or two of my person, and it stays with me all day. And I really, really, really like that. And you know, I can smell it all the time. So it's a good thing I like it, because that's one characteristic with some really bad perfumes that I've tried, is that they're like that, and in the end you kind of just have to go and try and scrub it off. That's Psychedelic by Joboy. The final one I want to talk about, because this is, I think it's, I mean, I see the funny side of it, and I haven't admitted to this. This perfume I put on in the morning. This is a week ago. I put it on in the morning, and you know, I've been enjoying testing this perfume, but I had no sense of how strong this perfume is, both in longevity, but particularly in sillage, and you know, longevity on the skin is good, but the story goes is that I put it on pretty early in the morning, probably 8 a.m. At about 11 a.m., close to noon that same day, I got into my car and I drove somewhere. I was probably in the car for a total driving time of about half an hour. And for the last week, and I didn't notice this because I was obviously wearing this perfume, and for the last week, every time I set foot in that car, I can smell it. The unfortunate thing is that when my kids get in the car, they complain about the smell that's in the car, and they haven't sort of cottoned on that it could have been something I wore. Now, I'll stop keeping you in suspense. This perfume is from Naomi Goodsir. This is Nuit de Bakelite. It's a tuberose heavy perfume, leathery aspects as well. But this thing is an absolute monster for staying in the air. And I'm not kidding that every time I got into the car for the week, you know, for that subsequent week, I could smell it. And I knew what it was, but my kids had no idea. They thought that there's a rotting piece of food left in the car. But I enjoy wearing this perfume. So that's the thing. That's the only downside about this perfume is I really like it, but the other members of this household do not. So I'm going to have to work out. I'm going to have to figure something out about when to wear it. But this one here, certainly, if I was thinking about wearing it, I would really have to consider the situation. The scenario that I was going to wear it in, because there could be after effects, long-lasting after effects. So they're 4 perfumes that if you are interested in smelling them, you can rest assured that performance, well, according to me anyway, should not be a problem with these perfumes. I'd be really interested to hear similar experiences with you guys with perfumes that you've enjoyed. So I'm sure there are a lot out there, but these are just the particular ones that I've been testing recently, and I thought it'd be nice to make a video about them. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.